number 23. A given cell having 20 chromosomes divided by mitosis to produce 2 daughter cells. So, how many chromosome number will have the daughter cell after mitosis cell division? ስለዚህ መዘንጋት የሌለብን ነገር አንድ ሴል በማይቶሲስ ዲቫይድ ከሆነ በኋላ ሁለት ኒው ሴሎችን እናገኛለን። These new cells are said to be daughter cells. Daughter cells. How about the original cell? የመጀመሪያው ሴልስ ምንድን ነው የሚባለው? parent cell, mother cell ይባላል። mother cell or simply we can say mother cell. ስለዚህ ይህንን ማዘር ሴል በማይቶሲስ ዲቫይድ ከሆነ በኋላ ሁለት ዳውተር ሴሎች ሁለት ኒው ሴሎች ፕሮዲስ የሚያደርግ ከሆነ የነዚህ ኒው ሴልስ ክሮሞሶም ነምበራቸው ስንት ነው? So what's the answer for question number 20? The answer is 20. ለምን? In the case of mitosis, chromosome number difference የለም. The daughter cells will have the same number of chromosomes with that of the parent cell, with that of the mother cell. So the answer is A12. How about in the case of meiosis? Meiosis like comes. The chromosome number reduced by half. So it becomes what? Okay. Okay, question number 24. Which of the following is an example of reflex action? Reflex action is an action which is beyond the control of our brain, which is done unconsciously. ስለዚህ unconsciously የምናከናውናቸው ድርጊቶች ከብሬን ቁጥጥር ውጭ ሆኑ እነዚህ ቅጽበታዊ ምላሽ የሚባሉ ድርጊቶች ሪፍሌክስ አክሽንስ እንላቸዋለን ማለት። በነገራችን ላይ ሪፍሌክስ አክሽን is basically controlled by the spinal cord. That's why spinal cord is said to be the center of reflex action. So from these given alternatives, which one is an example of reflex action? A. Eye blinking. B. Thinking. C. Learning. D. Speaking. So what will be the answer? Yes, sir. Good. A. Blinking. How about these things? Thinking, learning, speaking. እነዚህ ናቸው ሪፍሌክስ አክሽን አለ። እነዚህ አስበን አቅደን የምናከናውናቸው ኮንሽየስሊ የምናከናውናቸው ድርጊቶች ስለሆኑ ቮለንተሪ አክሽንስ ናቸው። whereas blinking is a good example of reflex action. ስለዚህ the choking reflex, the withdrawal reflex, eye blinking, sneezing, yawning የመሳሰሉ ሪፍሌክስ አክሽንስ ብለን መውሰድ እንችላለን ማለት ነው። The next one is number 25. When a person blood sugar level rises, the pancreas releases insulin. Why? To lower it, to decrease the amount of sugar. This is a classic example of A. Positive feedback, B. Negative feedback, C. Taxis, D. kinesis. So what will be the answer? Don't forget that pancreas is a kind of gland that produces two antagonistic hormones. What are the antagonistic hormones that are produced by the pancreas? Insulin and glucagon. So, if our blood sugar level rises, increases, the insulin will be what? Decrease it. This is an example of which classic example? Positive, negative, taxis, kinesis. So what will be the answer? It is what? A negative feedback. Negative feedback will be the one. Negative feedback ማለት በነገራችን ላይ increase, decrease, increase, decrease እያደረገ የሰውነታችን level of sugar balance የሚያደርግ mechanism of the homeostasis ነው ማለት ነው። Birds and crocodiles are both oviparous. Which means that, what does oviparous mean? በነገራችን ላይ አኒማልስ በሁለት ክላሲፋይ ልናደርጋቸው እንችላለን። These are oviparous and then viviparous. ስለዚህ oviparous እና viviparous ብለን በሁለት ክላሲፋይ እናደርጋቸዋለን። oviparous ማለት በነገራችን ላይ egg laying animals ማለት animals that lay egg. Can you take me an example of animal that can lay eggs? Just like that of the amphibians, they say, for example, reptiles, fish, and birds. These animals reproduce by laying eggs. That's why they are all oviparous animals. How about viviparous? Viviparous animals. Yes, as a back, can you tell me the word viviparous mean? Animals that give birth to live young. እነዚህ እንቁላል የማይጥሉ ነገር ግን አምሳያቸውን የሚወልዱ እንስሳት viviparous ብለን እንጠራቸዋለን። Let's say for example, mammals. Mammals are a good example of viviparous. So what's the answer for question number 26? Oviparous, egg-laying animals. So the answer is A. Lay hard-shelled eggs is the answer. Question number 27. Number 27. Which of the following insects undergo incomplete metamorphosis? Can you tell me an example of animals that can undergo metamorphosis? Most of the time, birds and frogs undergo metamorphosis, the complete change of their body during their development. So, there are two types of metamorphosis: incomplete metamorphosis and then complete metamorphosis. Incomplete metamorphosis has 3 stages of development. What are they? Egg, pupa, and the adult. Very good. How about complete metamorphosis? 4 stages of development: egg, larva. I'm so sorry. Edit አድርገዋለች። ላይቭ ኤዲት ማድረግ ትችላለህ ብዬ አስባለሁ። ካልሆነ ደግሞ ችግር የለም። ስለዚህ ኢንኮምፕሊት ሜታሞርፎሲስ 3 ስቴጆች አሉት። 3 stages of development. What are the egg, the nymph, and the adult man? How about complete metamorphosis? Egg, larva, pupa, and the adult man. So, from the given alternatives, which type of insect undergo incomplete metamorphosis? Grasshopper, housefly, butterfly, mosquito. So what do you think is the answer? The answer is grasshopper. Very good. Grasshopper. How about housefly, butterfly, and mosquito? They undergo complete metamorphosis because they have 4 stages of development. Question number 28. In the honeybee, drones are produced from unfertilized egg. This kind of asexual reproduction is said to be blank. So, if a single individual is obtained from the unfertilized egg, this kind of asexual reproduction is said to be parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis is the answer. What does ethologists study? Ethologists, a biologist that basically studies about the animal behavior. ስለዚህ ስለ animal behavior የሚያጠኑ biologists, ethologists ብለን እንጠራቸዋለን ማለት ነው። Thank you so much.